Welcome in, everybody. Show 232. I hope everybody's having a fantastic day. Been a pretty day out there. We got plenty of stuff to talk about. We're going to be breaking into some spring football still left. There's a little bit going on there. I'm going to talk about Miami a little bit. I'm going to talk about Clemson a little bit. Ole Miss. Dean, what do you think about the Ole Miss spring game?
It's pretty interesting. Everybody's going to really – it's going to be interesting.
Yeah.
It's a little different, to say the least.
Well, some people said it was crazy, and some people said he's a genius.
Yeah, smart, very smart. We'll talk about it.
Colorado, we'll kick around that a little bit. Also, a lot of stuff going on out there with the McLean kid, the number one corner in the nation. He's leaving. He's very indecisive. We'll talk about him a little bit. Ohio State, running back. He's on a visit from Colorado, the Hayden kid.
Mm-hmm.
He's on a visit. Number one recruits, number one quarterbacks in the nation, where they're kind of at right now. Also, we'll kick in some local stuff. As we're talking about that right now, local stuff. The Cherokee County girls softball play a tournament. And they won, of course.
They've won about 4 tournaments this year, hadn't they?
They've played in a couple of tournaments. I was going to get some Florence.
They're getting close to 30 wins now.
They'll have senior night. Will be tomorrow night at 5 o'clock. So go out there to see the girls play on senior night. And Spring Garden girls also back to softball. Seen that they had a game of the day. Sandrock girls played in the North Sand Mountain tournament and won a game or two.
Yeah, they've actually
finished up decently.
Doing pretty good.
Coach Bates has been out there forever. You know him well.
I think he said 16.
Yeah, and he's going to do good. They're young.
Yeah, very young, but I think they ended up.
But they got some hitters.
Being pretty pleased with their year. We'd heard. Me and you both had heard they wasn't very good. And we went and watched them play, and they won the game 11-0 against a team that was very good.
Yeah, and also the Spring Garden girls I mentioned, they had finished up some games. The Gelsel girls had finished up. Cedar Bluff girls, they had a game this week too.
Yeah. I know they've got one more week in the area.
Yeah, this will be the last, I think,
regular season.
Yeah, and the boys. Cedar Bluff went on down and played Lynn, and scores for that game. I can tell you, scores for that game was lost 4-0, and then 12-6. The last game was 7-6 going into the 7th. So they said there was some controversial calls. Maybe seemed like they may have leaned a little bit towards Lynn a little bit. Maybe, which
that happens.
It does. Yeah, if you've played in it or coached it, that's just kind of.
Well, I don't guess he could be any happier. They won 9 of their last 11, so that's hard to. That's a good way to end up. They made the playoffs, and the only team in the county, right? Baseball.
Yep.
And
so we look forward to that.
So 9 straight in the regular season.
So now it's really, really, really official. It's football time. I mean, coaches are getting the guys in, and they've been doing workouts. Talked to Coach Crane a little bit. Went out to center here and visited with the guys. Caleb Harbor.
Oh yeah, he's going to be a force. Well, he already has been. I mean, but more of a force.
Him and Tristan just Chestnut Carson putting up big numbers, bench and squat, and
they got Tay back too. Don't
they? Big. He had a big. What he bench the other day? It's 300, 350.
350.
Yeah, I didn't even count it. It was just I could see a bunch of weight. And I'm just I just go over and try to hang out a little, see them and support them.
I'd like to know I know Martin Houston benched 415 in high school. I wonder if that's the record over there.
No,
I don't know.
No,
is it not anymore? Okay,
they do that for reps now. I'm serious.
I know. I saw one of them, squat 6 or something.
Yeah, I think Tristan did 655.
Wow.
Now he comes by it honestly. Now his dad, Wayne, I went to school with Wayne. He played football at Cedar Bluff. He was strong.
Oh yeah.
All the boys, Nick and all them boys were.
You wouldn't want them to get a hold of you.
Nick, no, and They were tough.
Very, very. The whole family.
Yeah, good, tough football players. So this is gonna, like I've been saying for a week or two, we're working into football, and this is kind of easing out. We're easing away from baseball. Softball is still going to be a little bit. We'll have to talk about the Cherokee County girls. We'll always keep you updated on them, and maybe go out tomorrow. I probably will go tomorrow. I won't tomorrow. I ain't got a bunch. I could probably be out there tomorrow. Yeah, probably go out there tomorrow and see them play.
What's their record now?
I hadn't even looked.
I know it was 23-3.
Yeah, I don't.
And it's probably close to 30-4 or 30-3.
Like
it's ridiculous.
Yeah, I hadn't looked in a week because they're taking care of business.
Oh, they are. They've got a good shot at winning it.
Yeah, this will be a good year for them because they got several seniors, which we'll go tomorrow night to see. I might get my camera out and take some pictures, do some pictures with some girls, and so that's kind of that. We appreciate y'all guys and girls for coming by and hanging out with us. Show 232 in the books. Make sure you subscribe. Podcast listeners, we appreciate y'all. iHeartRadio, Spotify, Apple Cast, all those wonderful places that you want to see us. We're looking for the man of the hour, and we're having a trouble getting him in, or I don't know if I need to send him
232.
Send him an invite or what I need to do here.
Guys, that's a lot of shows. That just hit me. That's a lot of shows.
Yeah. Probably close to 300 in all shows.
Yeah. 232 Sunday night.
Yeah, so you can see, like, I'll tell you how many videos in all. You can go.
I never dreamed that.
No, I didn't either.
Fixing past Andy Griffith. I saw where they did 249.
On YouTube. Now, we didn't even start on YouTube till just 2 years ago, really. Loaded 567 videos. Now that's media days and shows and side shows that I've done.
It gets easier. If you're still nervous after 232, something's wrong. I was nervous at first, though, wasn't you?
Yeah.
I really was.
It was not, kind of what we thought. We always wanted to make sure that we give coverage to our local guys and girls, and that was the the intent. And then we're going to do college sports. That's just that's what we're going to do.
And we've done it. We've done a lot, covered a lot of football.
Yep. And speaking of for local people, first of all, we need to thank Cherokee Eye Clinic. Need to get your eye appointment, JR and April McKenzie.
I probably need to go pretty soon.
Yeah, I do too. I need to get some new glasses. 927-4030, CherokeeEyeClinic.net. How you can get a hold of them. And also a sponsor's been with us. Scott's been doing this for 2 or 3 years with us. Scott Lloyd's Legal Service, 256-266-1416, or you can find them at go to their website at LloydLegalLLC.com. We have just one job, is what he says: protect our clients. And that's go to their website, make an appointment, or call the number there, and set up an appointment, like deeds or property stuff, just about anything you can. He's
a good one.
Yeah, absolutely. It's a super smart guy. I got to stop in the office and talk to him 5-10 minutes, just talk football and high school, NIL rumors, and just kind of shoot the breeze with him. He's fun to talk to because he's really smart. He's got good ideas of like how you could do things for the sports, and smart guy. So as we wait for Birge to jump on in here, let me tell you this right here quickly. Again, thank you to our sponsors and everybody that's supported us over the years. Jeff Anderson, good to see you in the house. Hope everything's going good with you. And as stuff starts rolling on here, football is going to be in the air, and we're going to start doing football schedules. And then after media day gets into June, we'll have it. Then we'll start doing our high school. We're going to talk about local teams and new classifications.
Yeah,
and all that stuff.
Should know who they're going to have back, and who their key players will be, and things of that nature. A lot of players coming back, a lot of players around.
Yeah.
There wasn't a lot of players county-wise lost. I mean, there was
not a big class,
but not a huge class of players lost.
Yeah.
Some very good players lost, but as far as numbers,
last year
not a lot.
Cherokee County lost a big group and got to go back.
Right. And they've got a lot coming back off last year.
Yeah, they're losing some linemen, and we'll jog around those things and talk about. And we'll interview the guys at Easy Street like usual, trying to do the end of June as we usually do. So, baseball is officially over. So the guys' sports are next is spring football.
Yep. Baseball it's over for the county.
So, Coast Christian did beat Hubbardville, and they'll be playing Addison one day next week.
Will that be?
I just mentioned them because
down there.
Yes, yes, they'll have to go to Addison.
Okay,
we mentioned them because they won the area that we play in.
Right.
So it's area winners are going on to play second round.
And I think Piedmont's doing very well.
Yep, still hanging in there. Oh, they're always got
a
good best squad. Always have.
Yeah, they have.
So spring football, Dean. Let's talk about the U. What do you know about Miami? Cristobal, what do you think?
Well, I know they had a rough year last year.
Is it time for him?
I think it probably better be. I'm afraid they'll get rid of him if it's not. But I think it will be. But Van Dyke's gone, right? Now their quarterback's Cam Ward, right?
Yes. And I watched some of their spring. It's they had a good game. He can throw the ball. Okay. He's not scared to push the ball up the field.
No.
At all. He had 3 touchdowns, 320 something yards, 80% passer rating efficiency for a spring game.
Right.
And I know their defense is probably I don't know if they have the better defense in the ACC. Do you think?
I would think so.
Probably.
Yeah.
They have one of the better defenses.
Yeah. They're not. I wouldn't think they would be terrible.
No, not terrible. So that's some Miami. Just keep an eye on them and seeing what's going on. Also, we'll run through. I got to mention Clemson, of course, them being the dogs of the ACC for so long. Clemson's Klubnik. He's going to be your number 1 QB, and Trent Perryman. He was 8 for 13. He threw 2 touchdowns also. So Klubnik, quarterback talk for Clemson, to me looked okay.
I didn't think he had a great year last year.
Well, they got a lot of problems.
Did he open up the transfer portal this time, or is he still refusing?
No, they're trying to. He's trying to do it the right way. I understand what he's doing, and
I do too.
But I heard somebody give a comparison. Steve Kim is a guy that does sports, and he compared it to this. I was talking about Colorado, and we'll get into them too sometime. It's like getting a protein bar after you work out. Guys that go to the gym, you know what I'm talking about. You grab a protein bar after you work out. It's a quick meal. It's a meal replacement to prepare you to not lose your gains that you've made for muscle, so you don't lose what you kind of gained there right after a workout. I get it, but it don't replace a steamed broccoli, baked chicken, and rice diet.
Right.
Or a meal. So you're not going to have no big time consistency with a program if you can't build it on legitimate players that's playing for you. They're not hired guns. That's the term I use. And the first time we did Portal News, I called them hired guns, and that's just what it is. So there's some problem with offensive line. Offensive coach Garrett Riley, at Clemson. Be his second season there. I think he's going to get things figured out. They're having problems with offensive line. Now, there's a freshman defensive end, a Brown kid. I mean, he may be kin to Wayne and him. I don't know. He looks like he is. He's
probably not as strong.
No, he looks like one of them.
Oh, really?
Yes. He's going to be something to deal with there at Clemson. Now, here's the thing. Defensively, looks like they have only 3 starters back. But the 3 that they do have are good, and that freshman Brown I mentioned is going to be a big part of that. Now, offensive line coach Matt Luke. Now, Matt Luke's been around college football.
Very good one.
He is a good one. But that's where their struggles begin. Their struggles begin with your coach Riley and then your line coach Matt Luke. Those are good coaches, Dean.
Yes, they are. Luke, I like Luke.
I do too. So, what do we expect from Clemson? We'll get in their schedule stuff during the summer.
I think Klubnik needs to have a better year.
A way better year. But Coach Luke has got to fix it, man. They got to figure it out. You got to get a better offensive line.
I didn't know they only had 3 starters back on defense.
That's 8 guys gone.
So
that portal, you can come in and bring in a guy and plug in a place here or there. You can't build a team. Okay? You can't build a team on that.
Not on the portal. I wouldn't think.
Now, without further ado, he had a little bit of time. They couldn't get the landing gear down on the jet, Dean. He was trying to get off at
he
was trying to get off at the airport, and landing gears, I don't know, had a landing gear problem, people. He apologizes. He had to go get on his old shirt and his cap, get out of his suit, and get his alligator loafers off. Rolex watch wearing, kiss stealing son of a gun. Woo!
Man, what's up?
What up, guys?
Northwest Georgia Scoreboard Show. Find him anywhere. Just type in Google alligator shoe wearing Benton Birge.
I figured you was watching NBA.
No. I guess to tell people a little bit about my NBA fandom. I'm a Clippers fan. I've been a Clippers fan since back in the Elton Brand days.
Well,
and the game's up well. They're up 1-0.
They won. I saw some. I didn't realize that Harden. Where's Leonard at now?
Leonard is still with them, but he was out.
Yeah,
he's out with some.
Okay, so you got Paul George, Russell Westbrook, and Harden there,
and Leonard. Yep,
that's a pretty good lineup.
It's a very good lineup.
That was the reason why we could win today without Leonard is because you still got 3 All-Stars.
Well, is Leonard supposed to be back?
He could be back. Yeah, I think he.
But you're not a big time NBA fan, right?
No, not necessarily. Okay. No.
I didn't think none of us were really. Now we'll watch the playoffs.
I'm gonna watch the Celtics play. I'm gonna see the Nuggets win some games, but
I like playoffs.
Yeah.
I do like the playoffs, but I don't know of anybody that watches regular season a lot.
Birge, we were fixing to get into a little part of this schedule for Clemson. We was talking about Clemson while you was he's getting his suitcases put up. He's been to the islands.
I come off the tarmac. I heard y'all talking about only 2 or 3 returning.
Did you come off the tarmac, our airport over there?
Yeah. What is that? Near the country club over at Cherokee?
Yeah. Locker room. Locker room airport.
Locker room sports airport, Matt and Todd.
LAX.
But here's where this brings Birge into this. Clemson's scheduling. Dean, Clemson's going to play Georgia. Game 1.
That's not a good way to start out, especially if you've got 8 starters gone.
Yeah, Birge, me and Dean's we're going to let you have the floor. We want you to tell us about, first of all, what you think about this first game. And then we've talked about their Clemson spring and Miami spring game a little bit. Cam Ward, how he went off. So talk about that first game a little, and then the floor is yours, and we're going to be quiet and listen to you. We want to know about Georgia spring football. What's going on? I did watch a little, but we want your take because you were down there on the sidelines with them.
Yeah.
Well, I was to say, really?
When it comes to week 1, I think the biggest thing is going to be, you were talking about it. Can Clemson protect up front? Because we're going to come after them just with the struggles they had last year. Klubnik back, he needs to take a step forward. I believe I heard Dean say that, or somebody said that already.
I just didn't think he had a great year last year.
No.
Yeah.
Did you?
No, not necessarily. And I agree with both of y'all's comments on the coaches, too. I think Matt Luke is a heck of offensive line coach. He's got a big task in front of him, but, I believe they'll be improved by the time week 1 comes around. And really excited to see that game. It's in Atlanta, so that's de facto home game for Georgia. So.
Are you going?
No, with the high school stuff, man, we'll be rolling full tilt by then. So I probably won't make it down there. Plus, I got an 8-year-old playing softball about every weekend.
All right. Okay.
Yeah.
So devoted to that, but as far as that game goes, I look for Georgia to come out and just do what they do. Try to be balanced. I think you might see Georgia throw the ball around a little more, just because the the receivers. I think Kirby really likes his receivers, what he's got going right now. I think one of his comments were after the spring game, you normally look at your defensive backs to be your group setting the tone, being physical on special teams. He said, right now, my receivers are setting the tone with the physicality, blocking, special teams work. To me and to him, that's where you earn your stripes at on special teams when you come in, especially a young kid.
Who are they, Benton? I know they lost two, the two best ones, Bowers and McConkey. Who?
Yeah, you got a few transfers coming in.
Okay.
You still have Dylan Bell coming back.
That's good.
Yeah, he's very good.
And he's kind of a wild card, could be in the backfield. We've seen him in a couple different spots.
Mm-hmm.
I think you'll see him more out of the slot this time. Dominic Lovett will be returning.
He had a good
year. I think he's the safety blanket. I think him and the quarterback have a pretty good rapport. I think if you're on the 3rd down and 5 or 6 and you need some yards, I think he's going to be looking for Lovett.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of like the McConkey. McConkey was a first down getter, and that's what Lovett's going to be. And then when you get down toward the red zone, I think they're going to look toward Colby Young and his big body out of Miami.
Mm-hmm.
And there's a few others that they like that are in-house that are still there, but I think those three will probably be the ones that you see the most. Didn't see a whole lot out of the transfer from Vanderbilt this spring.
I watched a lot of the game for spring game. So how did you see Beck's performance? I think he did fairly well. I think the defense looked good.
Yeah, I think the defense looked improved, especially up front. I think Beck had a couple interceptions. One of them was tipped up in the air and intercepted by Michael Williams. I think if you don't know that name, you will by the end of this year. I think Michael Williams is going to be on everybody's radar.
It's going to be a good one.
Yeah, I think him and Jalen Walker are going to cause some issues. They're linebackers that can put their hand in the ground, and they're going to cause a lot of issues. I seen Jalen for sure. He had the tip and the interception, and they had a couple sacks there. Of course, I know they wasn't bringing anybody to the ground, but one thing I did notice on offense is after quarterback 1 and quarterback 2, it's pretty much a bunch of no names. So
just Stockton back up.
That's it. I mean, and then number 26 was your next guy. So when do you see number 26 at quarterback?
Running back.
No offense to him, but I think he's a walk-on guy. I think Georgia would love to get one more, if not two more, somewhere. But
they got time,
right? It's closing. When does it close?
The 30th.
30th.
Yeah, be next week. A week from this coming Tuesday. So they got all this week and weekend and Monday. Be my birthday, the 30th.
The 30th. That's it. Okay.
And going over what I've seen from the running backs wise, I think it's kind of a hit to the running back group. The Paul kid looked really good out of the backfield. Caught the ball well, had some good runs, and he's in the portal. So somebody's going to get a really good player. I haven't heard where he's going or if he's gone, but I know he put his name in the portal just because of the depth.
Is Delp back?
Yes, Oscar Delp will be back at tight end.
Okay. Yeah, he's good.
Yeah. To go on with him, you'll have Oscar Delp, you'll have Lawson Lucky. There's a few other guys there that didn't really shine as much in the spring game, but I think are going to be good players. There's no Brock Bowers. I mean, it's just you don't get that often. Guy is
that's there. Generational type stuff.
Yeah.
Now, ETN running the ball. I mean, within the first few plays of the game,
you could tell.
Yes, he's ready to play football. He wants to win. He left Clemson. He just said, "I just want to come win."
Yeah, he's going to be special. I mean, I'm assuming he'll be the starter, right?
I think Kirby will have the same kind of deal. You're going to see mixed roles. You're going to see Etienne in there for a series. You're going to see Roderick Robinson in there. Sophomore guy, big guy, about 245, and can still run. Big guy. You're also going to see. You didn't see any of this spring, but Branson Robinson, he'll be back. He was the guy that was compared to Nick Chubb last year. He should be back by the fall, so he'll get some totes. But the most electric by far will be Etienne for sure.
Do what now?
The most electric by far is Etienne.
Yeah,
for sure. The other guys are not built for speed like he is.
No, he is a game changer. He is a guy that's going to make he's going to make a lot of defensive coordinators definitely, feel the pain for first playing SEC football. And there shouldn't be a reason. I would assume, between him and Jam, they're going to be two of the best backs in the team.
Oh, yeah.
Definitely in the SEC. But that was Georgia's problem last year. They didn't have an uppercut. They had good jabs. They had a few knockout blows here and there, but they didn't have that Mike Tyson uppercut because their run game had just kind of had fell off.
And you think they do now?
They do now. This, to me, my summary of watching them play, after watching it, I feel like they're most definitely a championship contender. And after watching Ohio State play, I broke them down last week. Go back and check that out. There's a video there just about them. It's about 15 minutes long. We talked about them. If Georgia and Ohio State are not playing in the Final Four, I'm going to just about guarantee that.
Definitely them too, for sure.
Yes.
Yeah.
I don't see why not, because Georgia's just missing that piece. Now, can Beck be the guy that everybody needs him to be? We did see, but it was his first year last year, and I rode him hard. I got on his butt hard last year, first few games. But he did shine, and it did seem like he improved. In the Auburn game, he grew a lot. He grew. So how has that corresponded? I seen him throw the ball at the spring game at Dog Day. He's got a lot of zip on it. He seemed not as – he was a little hesitant last year somewhat. Like he maybe felt like he had a short rope because the room was so big. The room is a little smaller. He's got a year under his belt. And I think Kirby's got them in the right place, and their scheduling is a little bit harder this year.
Yeah.
They're going to have to get locked in pretty quick and focused. Like we was talking about, they got Clemson first. Now, I'm sure I feel them winning this game. Even with Etienne, he's going to be out game one. He's going to be suspended.
Oh, so he's suspended for game one.
For game one. But I think Georgia's got a great shot at getting another title for Kirby's third. I do, Bird. What do you think?
I think that most everybody would think they're a playoff team and have a good shot at it. They'll put them in that list of 5 or 6 that they would give a chance. I don't know if your list will grow over 5 or 6, even though there's 12 in the playoffs. To me, probably not. Still only got about 5 or 6 that you would say are
definitely in.
Yeah, championship contenders.
What's your overall take, I guess, from seeing Ra Thomas play? And when they made an interception, I think they took one back. Did they score on one of the picks?
I don't remember an interception for a touchdown. I know.
Maybe they were just celebrating the interception, but seeing those guys together and jumping up around and getting fired up, I think the defense, but now it's not fair because it's spring. Defense usually outshines the offense in the spring game.
Right.
Defense is ready. Offense takes a little while to get plays together, and they're not showing all their plays.
Yeah.
So, what'd you overall? I give them definitely an A for the day. What'd you think?
Yeah, I think the celebrating you're talking about was after the Michael Williams interception. He knocked it up in the air and then went and picked it. As a linebacker, defensive end.
Seems like Ra's been there is he like an 8-year senior?
He actually transferred in last year, so this will be his 3rd year there. And
he was good there for Mississippi State for a while. So
very explosive player. It does feel like he's been there a while. Do you give him an A on the day, or was there improvement? Do you see things, as a not just as a fan, but as a sports analytical media person, trying to see it without being just a fan. I had to do Bama that way last week. So how do you see that?
I think that I saw improvement from the defensive line. I really watched the defensive line. That's where I worry about the most. I like, like I said, I've already named Michael a couple times, but up the middle, man, run stoppers. There's just no Jordan Davis or any of those guys there, So we need the guys the guys that came back were huge for us. Just because they have experience, like, I think Nazir Stackhouse is a name. He's probably never going to be a first round great guy, but he's a body in there that has a lot of experience that's going to be valuable for Georgia, especially early in the season when they're getting some of the young talent accustomed to playing. Right now, their roster is basically a third veteran and 2/3 less than sophomore. So I mean, it's a extremely young roster mixed with a bunch of juniors and fifth-year guys with freshmen and sophomores. So,
so you hope some of that older leadership can rub off on.
It's going to have to. It's going to have to for sure.
Is Starks and Bullard back?
Starks didn't play in the spring. He will be back. Yeah, he'll just be a sophomore. Bullard,
sophomore.
Starks was a freshman last year. Yeah. Bullard is gone. He's one of those guys, but I did notice a couple guys that stood out to me in the secondary. Joel Aguero, he stood out. I believe he'll be a sophomore. And then none other than KJ Bolden. I don't know if he's going to play a lot soon, early, but he came up and made a few plays, held guys short of the first down, tackled them to the ground, no problem at all. You know how Kirby is. He's going to pour mouth guys. He's not going to let you know that they're doing great, but he's one of the guys that kind of stood out for me in the spring. And he's one of those 5-star guys that they flipped late. So from Buford.
Buford, they put out some players.
Yeah. And I'd be remiss if I didn't bring up C.J. Allen, man. I think C.J. Allen in the middle of the defense, he'll probably be the guy that wears your headset and communicates the defense, and he's going to be the straw that stirs it. Big physical guy, quick. I'm not going to call him a Roquan Smith style yet, but I think he could fit that mold. I'm not sure if he's as fast as Roquan was, but he can make plays all over the field. I'm excited to watch CJ play.
Speaking of CJ Washington from Cedartown, is he still with Georgia?
I believe so. I believe he was injured last year. I'm not sure of his status right now.
I just didn't know if it's about time for him to maybe get some playing time. I didn't know if he transferred out. I just haven't heard a lot. But, Georgia's not an easy place to play. That doesn't mean you're garbage if you can't play for Georgia.
No, absolutely not.
But I just haven't heard. I was interested because he was so good at Cedartown.
There's actually
we're right in the middle here of Benton Birge, Northwest Georgia Scoreboard Show. We're going over Georgia's spring football game. We've talked about Clemson a little bit and Miami. We're going to hit some others up. Birge getting his take on it. I'm never worried about Georgia's defense, I guess, because of Kirby.
They've always been pretty good.
Up front offensive line, I watched them. What did you think of offensive line play? I thought they looked really good. They were all meeting their blocks. You know what I'm saying?
The good thing about the defensive line, especially the last couple of years, is we've had a lot of veteran players, and that's allowed Kirby to play. I mean, Kirby's played a lot of different guys on that offensive line. So the guys coming in now have reps as well. And they don't lack in size and ability. I hear there's a tackle that's like just ridiculous athletically and just running. Whoa.
We're close. We got close-ups now. Everybody wants a close-up view of us.
But, yeah, it's been I think it's been good, especially replacing the center, one of the best centers I thought around last year. And we're going to see week 1 against Clemson.
I think that's a good test, but I'm kind of with Matt on that.
Yeah.
I don't think they'll fail that test.
No.
Might be a good game.
Nah, for a little while. I don't.
I'll be shocked.
I would be very shocked if it was even kind of close at halftime. Clemson just don't have, and I try not to keep saying Colorado. We're going to talk about them in a minute. But you got to have depth, and I'm just a little worried about Clemson's depth. They're going to be at Florida State, then they got Virginia Tech and South Carolina. Those are the better games on the schedule for Clemson. Those are games they've got to beat Florida State, Virginia Tech, South Carolina. They don't have to beat South Carolina, but it's a rival game. Though, you want to win that one.
They can get on your coach if you lose that one.
Yeah. So we all agree. I don't see the reason Georgia shouldn't be be a Final Four team.
No, and they can. The thing with this 12-team playoff now, you can lose 2 ball games.
Yeah.
And
the thing with the schedule now in the SEC, you can lose 2 ball games.
Yes, definitely. I mean, Georgia's not going to. Georgia loses to. Let's just say they lose to Alabama and they drop one more. That's not going to drop them out of the top 25.
No.
Or if they lose to Florida,
Tennessee,
I mean, they don't need to lose back-to-back weeks. Now, that's a no-no. You can't do that. Yeah. You can't lose back-to-back.
And you don't want to lose late in the season. You don't want to lose in November. Anything November, once that part of the year started, if you're going to lose, you better get it September.
Mm-hmm.
You better not lose to Florida neither, because if you lose to Florida, the wheels have came off.
Well, Florida's got such a tough schedule. That may be not knocking Georgia, but they may be by that time say, forget it. We'll just play whoever. Give us a pro team. Have you seen their schedule?
Yeah.
It's ridiculous.
Yeah, they're not going to keep him around long because he ain't going to win a bunch of games.
He's not going to win. I mean, I don't know how he could.
Well, I think
Georgia's.
I think he might stay longer than you think, because I think they've really tempered their expectations.
They realize that. They realize, look, you're playing the toughest schedule in the country.
Yeah.
Tech will be good. Georgia has a tough schedule. I mean, they've got 2 gimme games. That's it.
Mm-hmm.
And Tech's on the rise, are they not?
Yeah, I would say they're better than they were 2 or 3 years ago for sure.
Yeah. Yeah, they've just went in and totally changed up their style on offense. Now that's a look at Georgia and their spring game. Next, I got to talk about all 3 here. We'll do them first. Ole Miss, Lane Kiffin he's an idiot savant. He's either figured it out by some people saying.
Oh yeah, well, I mean, somebody said it's very intelligent what he did.
Genius. 7-on-7, no helmets. They played in shorts. Had a hot dog eating contest. I think they was lifting weights.
Tug of war.
I think they had a Build-A-Bear workshop down there building bears. Or did you see that too?
I seen a
dunk contest. And he gave alcohol to the fans sitting behind or they could have alcohol. Fans sitting behind the goalpost.
See, dude. You don't want to get that guy started.
But let's tell him the good part, Matt. Experts say this was genius, because now he's not going to lose anybody to the transfer portal because of a bad spring game.
That's what I was thinking.
And he's not going to have anybody coming in going, golly, so-and-so looked great. Let's see if we can pull them away. Nobody knows.
But he's not had the ability to evaluate somebody on that stage. So that's going to be coming during the season. That's going to get your butt whooped.
I don't think it bothers him. I think.
The spring game is really just a practice with cameras there. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
He's already seen, and I'm sure, what I'm saying is it's not a terrible idea, because he's already seen them in pads and helmets.
Right.
And we know this. I'll start backwards. Jackson Dart, he's definitely, for me,
he's their man.
He's a Heisman contender.
Mm-hmm.
Jackson's going to be on the short list right off the bat. Season 1. Carson Beck will probably be on the list.
I think Jackson Dart will.
Abuka will probably be on the list also. Okay. Those are some of you guys that you're probably going to see hanging around. Now,
quarterback in Texas.
Who?
Quarterback in Texas.
Oh yeah, Quinn Ewers. Yeah. He'll be on there from the talk. I don't see him being that great this year. I'm just not a Ewers fan.
Mm-hmm.
AJ Maddox threw the ball around for Ole Miss. With what you could read by moving his feet and throwing across his body, looked like he handled the ball well. But here's a name that you need to write down. Our little kids, y'all get your crayons right here. Uncle Matt's going to tell you. Juice Wells, transfer to come in from South Carolina. His name fits him well. He is going to be a dog. He's going to be a big time playmaker. Ole Miss has got a lot of players in positions. Lane's figured out the portal, and you don't have to win a hot dog eating contest to be smart enough to figure out that they're going to have a good football team. And when you see their schedule, I'm not sure if they don't win them all.
They may go
12-0. It's very high possibility.
10-2 at worst, right?
Very worst.
I think they'll be in the playoff. They may even be in the Elite Eight.
I definitely think they'll be in the Elite Eight. It's not.
Trey Harris, their receiver, he's one of the best receivers in the country.
Well, the Elite Eight is going to be your 8 other teams not to get a bye week. So absolutely, they're going to. I'll bet money right now they're going to be.
They'll be in that second round. Yes. I think they'll get past the first.
Yep, they're definitely going to be. They're going to be a contender, man. Ole Miss going to be hard to deal with.
But now I don't know. I'm anxious to see who their back's going to be, which I'm sure he'll be good with Judkins leaving. But we don't know. We're not going to know a whole lot about Ole Miss until the Lindy's book comes out in June or May.
Yeah. Yeah. Did you watch any of the 7-on-7 backwards hat game?
Yeah, I watched some of that until I fell asleep because it.
And the fans seem to love it. I mean, hey, Lane's Lane. He. I don't think he gets enough credit.
They run the ball 57% of the time last year. What about that?
57%. Yeah. And then Dart can sling it around. I think Beck and Dart and Milrow are the top 3 quarterbacks in the conference. Cook is obviously good for Missouri. But I think those 3 are definitely top 5.
It won't be 57% this year.
No. Well, Dart can run the ball too.
So I'm gonna say they probably be a 57% throwing the ball this year. From kind of
But who's he got holding in the pocket? Who's he got hiding in the closet that's going to be this running back? Is he going to be better than Judkins?
They've talked about him. They mentioned him there. He's going to be all around kind of player. He's going to be the kind of guy that get out there in the slot and make some plays.
Well, see, both his running backs left. Benton, Judkins, and Judkins' backup, who was good.
Yeah, I'm looking.
I think he was Bentley was his name. He's gone. They're both gone. I wonder if he run them off.
Judkins, he did. Yeah, he was and we'll talk. That'll move us into this next part. That'll move us into this next part here about this next kid. Everybody knows why Judkins left. I mean, when the quarterback comes to you in the on a timeout, the sideline, and says,
"We gotta get this guy,
Coach. He is driving the huddle nuts. He will not shut up. You've got to get him out of here."
So he's pretty much just saying, "You're not blocking for me." Probably cussing them.
Yeah. So he's at Ohio State, and we talked about them again. Say last week, they look unbeatable. They just look unbeatable. Now, talking about bad attitudes and stuff. This kid at Colorado that's transferred out. Colorado this week, 17 players out on the portal. They had 10 on the first day. Now, a 5-star guy is going to come out. Bradley Jr. He's a big talk of the town that they're losing. He came in January, and he's going to decide to move on. And then the tailback we talked about, the Hayden kid, he's on a visit. What do you think about?
Me and Matt don't see them being a whole lot better.
What do you make of Colorado if you've run across any news of them?
I don't know how you could get too much better when you hadn't brought in a lot of better talent.
They may go 600, 500.
Depending on the schedule, but when you transfer portal, you're getting your people out of your son's DMs on Twitter or something.
Yeah,
they're recruiting on their DMs. It's I don't know. I mean, maybe that's the way to do it these days, but I just don't see a vast improvement there.
No, not yet. I think it'll be maybe 3-4 years.
The Hayden kid Jeff mentioned, he was because of Henderson and Judkins the Hayden kid's he's visiting Colorado. And
you can't blame him. I mean, when you know that's your two competitors, you're like, golly, how much am I going to play? You know, Judkins and Henderson, that's a Heisman two Heisman possibly candidates.
Got to keep Henderson on the field, though.
Yeah, he stays hurt a lot.
Who's the kid, the cornerback, Kamarni McLean, number 1 cornerback in the nation, leaves Colorado. Now, this is all the internet's buzzing about this topic. He's the best guy in the nation, top cornerback. He's another Travis Hunter.
Good, huh?
If y'all remember, it's kind of went away for a while, but if you remember back around Christmas, he was the one that come out and was dead set that he was going to commit to the U. He's going to Miami. He's from Lakewood, Florida. Mm-hmm. And then he didn't show up for a spot he was supposed to do. And then when they said another time, he shows up 15 minutes late. Mm-hmm. And he didn't commit. He wanted to commit to a different school. Then he said he's going to visit somewhere else. He's going to do something different. Then he leaves over there from Miami or something and goes, and he's going to go out and play at Colorado. So now all this different stuff's going on, and he's out there and he's trying to, get his feet wet and stay and get in the program there because Deion could help him. So while at Colorado now, this kid, this is stories that I've read. He's not coming to class on time. If he is in class, he was asleep in class. Missing meetings. If you're gonna miss a team meeting, man, you cannot miss a team meeting with Deion. He's gonna hold you. He's gonna hold her feet to the fire. Mm-hmm. His high school coach said that he's really kind of shy. He don't really like the attention, and he's kind of a recluse, sort of. And he just don't really enjoy the media that much. And you can tell there's something different about how I've seen him on video a little bit. I don't know. He seems kind of awkward.
He kind of like Ricky Williams was, that played pro. He was kind of a recluse, kind of odd.
Yep. That's what he is. And maybe, everybody's different. Everybody's not a blabbermouth like me. So I don't know how much this is going to hurt him. His mom has got to hold him accountable. He needs to be, if you make a commitment somewhere, you need to be able to stick with it. And he's really, really got a problem he's got a bad commitment problem.
Well, it sounds like what you said, he's got social anxiety, wants to be a recluse. Imagine trying to be a college football player and being that way.
And not just a college football player, the best corner ever, they said, to come out of Florida. This guy is 6'3".
That's a big statement, isn't it?
6'3", 215. One of the
oh my gosh,
the top guys. He's got the arm length. He's got the hands. He's got the feet. He's fast. Super athlete.
And I'm not trying to be funny here. You've got to get him on some type of meds.
Maybe so. Yeah, maybe so.
I mean, if he's that good, that's going to destroy his career.
I know. I hate it for the kid. We're all kid people. We cover high school football, as our side hobby, and we talk about college sports for our main hobby. Mm-hmm. So we're all pulling for kids. We all want to be successful. We want him to be able to break through this and for it to work out for him. But
he has commitment issues because he's not sure. He's not sure probably how he can handle it.
He had so many offers. Oh, I remember watching the 24/7 sports thing, and the cameras are there waiting on him. 15 minutes late.
Ricky Williams did stuff like that. And, come out later and said, that's why, he got suspended 4 times for marijuana use. He goes, that's why I did it, because I could not handle the social stuff.
Yeah.
I was looking at the probable starters or the lineup for Ole Miss or running back there thing.
Do what now? You got the probable starters for Ole Miss?
Yeah. Ulysses Bentley is probably.
See, I thought he left. Bentley's good.
Listed as a senior.
Yeah, Bentley's still there.
Okay, I thought he left too. I read something earlier.
He's supposed to be their guy.
He might have been thinking of leaving earlier, but he did stay.
Yeah, he's their guy.
So he's tough. He's good.
And then you got a redshirt freshman, Kedrick Riscano. He actually is originally from Texas, but he's
that says
an actual high school talent from that went to Mississippi. You got Logan Diggs, which is probably going to be their second or third teamer. And he's on his third school. He started at Notre Dame, then transferred to LSU, and now he's in Mississippi.
Diggs.
Oh, yeah. Now he's
LSU.
played some at LSU, right?
Yep.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
So there's their guys.
Now, Harris is their main guy at wideout, right? Now, he was good. He got like 14 passes one game.
Yeah, Trey Harris.
They say him and Luther Burden, of course, are the top two receivers in the conference. And the two from Tennessee, McCoy and Squirrel White.
Uh-huh.
I've not heard much about Alabama's receivers, which that don't mean, Alabama and Georgia may not have a best receiver in the league, but he's going to throw to 8 different guys.
Yeah.
So,
True.
So what's the difference?
Number one quarterback, talking about quarterbacks, he committed yesterday, so just some recruiting. Hussein Longstreet, he was number 5 on the list in the 24/7. He's commits to A&M. Hussein Longstreet. The number one quarterback coming out right now, he is Bryce Underwood. He's a Michigan, played up here at the high school of Michigan. He's going to LSU. Number 2 quarterback in the league, in the nation here, Tavian St. Clair. He's an Ohio kid. He's going to stay in Ohio State. We all know about Juju Lewis. He's still on track for USC.
I bet he don't end up going there.
Here's 2 that's interesting to me. Matt
He's gonna go to
Zollers.
Alabama or Georgia.
Mm-hmm.
Matt Zollers, guys, Missouri's picked up the number 6 quarterback in the nation. Missouri.
Yes,
Somebody to come in after Cook, huh?
Matt Zollers. He's from Pennsylvania. And SMU gets the 7th one with Keon Rashali from Texas. He played at that big school in Texas.
Well, that one, gosh.
Carol,
Is it Plano or Katy, Texas? Or
the Lakewood.
they've got some.
One of those.
They got schools out there with 4,400 kids.
This kid's going to SMU.
Yeah, let me tell y'all something. SMU's fixing to make some noise.
Well, they got a quarterback.
If they can keep them, though. They can't keep them.
They're fixing I'm not saying they're going to make the playoff, but look for them to steadily be in the top 25.
Akili Smith Jr. from California. He's going to be at Oregon. And then Notre Dame picks up which I know about this kid from Mississippi. I've watched on him Deuce Knight. Very good.
Now,
He's going to Notre Dame.
Akili Smith's daddy played at Oregon, didn't he, Benton? That sounds familiar. I think so. I think there was an Akili. It's been a long time ago.
Said Juju's going to visit Colorado. Yeah.
Got 2 more years. Juju's got 2 more years.
No, he reclassed. This is his last year in high school.
This is last year. Yeah, he's graduating.
Yep.
He's got all his credits to be able to graduate.
Yep.
So those are some names of some schools.
Wow.
Those are the regular schools that you hear about. But LSU picking up Bryce Underwood, a kid played up Michigan up there at the high school. So LSU, Ohio State, same teams. But Missouri, SMU, Oregon, and Notre Dame are picking up some top quarterbacks.
Wow.
Like Bird said, well, this day.
Will they stay?
Yeah, they come in and play a year. I don't. Who the heck
Well, that don't matter. They can be a starter and they'll leave. We saw that out of
Junkins.
Kenny. Who was the quarterback that was so good at Pittsburgh? I can't remember his name. He was USC's quarterback. No, it wasn't Pickett. It was after Pickett. Had a weird name. He did well at Pittsburgh. He went 8-4.
Well, their receiver.
He left.
The receiver.
Slovis.
Slovis. Keaton Slovis. Where did he end up?
And I'm not sure.
Well, Ohio State's quarterback went to Keaton Slovis. Ohio State's quarterback went to Syracuse.
Yes.
Syracuse.
I know. I remember when I thought, we may have talked about it. Is it his uncle? What was it?
So
Do you remember?
They had connections with a coach.
Yeah. His uncle is
maybe a DB, some kind of coach there.
Yeah. There's some kind of connection, kind of like there was with Dylan Ravioli, one of the Ravioli Chef Boyardee going to Nebraska.
Well, yeah, was it his daddy or uncle played there?
Yeah.
Hey guys, we may be underestimating Syracuse. Miss Nick Saban's wife said she loved that place more than anywhere she'd ever been.
In his book there, she liked it there.
They've had a hard time getting back on track, though. And, when I was a kid, which I'm older than y'all, Syracuse was pretty good.
I remember people having Syracuse shirts.
I just couldn't stand where they played. I didn't like the dome.
Weather, and it's just snow. It's cold.
Yeah.
Oh, God, it's terrible. There's some other families there, the wives, husbands.
Mm-hmm.
She enjoyed she liked it. Where I guess where they lived and the company, the people.
Right.
Yes.
I don't know much about the area, but I know the athletics don't seem as strong as it once was. But football, they've had a hard time getting back on track.
One of our DB coaches from Georgia is now their head coach.
Who is that?
Fran Brown.
Brown.
Okay.
I guess on topic of football and news, what did you
find out about Michigan?
Yeah, we need to talk about that. Birge, you got to. They're on 3-year probation. I don't know if it's if they're going to lose some scholarships or.
All right. Here's what I got here. They got 3 years probation. They got fined and they had some recruiting penalties. This is for recruiting and having tryouts during COVID when it was dead. And also having too many coaches on the field during limited workouts. Now, y'all know how you take 4 guys out there and you can have 1 coach. Well, apparently they're taking 6 out there and having 2. And I don't know. It's just almost to me like, and I could not find out what this 3-year probation means. Does that mean, Benton, if anything else goes wrong, they're going to zap them?
No, they're on probation for scholarships. They get
limited. They're still bowl eligible.
If it didn't say that,
it didn't say anything about a bowl game.
Well, maybe they didn't. They're just going to pull some of their scholarships.
But it sounds like with that and the signal stealing, it just sounds like Harbaugh and his staff is just doing whatever they wanted to. I mean, it's
the kind of violations that they are. And trust me,
they're not big time.
I'm not a Michigan fan at all.
Yeah, they were fined and hit with recruiting limits, is what it says.
Recruiting limits. That means you just can't get as many people as you could, basically, right?
Yeah, I'm just saying if I could do a quick search and find out what their probation.
It just didn't go into a lot of detail.
Well,
they're fined heavy.
We'll let him look that up. I mean, just stop me when you find it, Birge, and spill it on us there. Just look for that and find it and let us know. Like chicken finger plates, you remember when that happened? They got in trouble for.
I know.
And you got too many. Who cares?
Well,
what's the big deal? We've got to listen. I'm not going to get up on my box. I didn't bring it with me today. My soapbox, I'm repairing it. I done got up on it yesterday. Bro, look, the NCAA, I'll just say this in 10-second spot. They're a joke. It's terribly, terribly mismanaged and misrun. It is not in evidence to show anywhere that they are in the ideology to promote kids or the sports, because we're having things like we're having a vote on up north somewhere at a small college in an Olympic event, girls track stuff where girls can throw shot put and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
They're not going to play because they're trying to let guys play with the girls. And at a high school also. So we've got two accommodations for this is the kind of stuff we're letting go on. It's a joke.
Guys are going to throw with them.
Of course they're going to win.
Well, yeah, I would think.
So, but this is punishable. But that's not.
Right.
You're going to let somebody that's not even the same. I don't care if he's got long hair and he shaved his arm. He's still a guy. But it's not okay if we have an extra coach on the field and he fed them chicken fingers and macaroni and we're going to put them on probation. Shut up.
I'll be honest with you. I don't like the sign stealing. I think they should have been zapped for that. That's bullcrap.
Everybody does it.
But,
and
I don't like the doing stuff during COVID, but more than one coach on the field during a workout.
Come on, man. What does that matter? He may have been standing over there. He may have had another group over there.
I guarantee you everybody does that.
Absolutely. Maybe he's working corners, and another coach over there, he's doing some safety drills. Maybe they're just doing backpedaling and throwing the ball. Throw it up, coach.
The reason I didn't like
I don't know, but that don't make no sense.
Well, they even in high school or middle school, one coach can take 4 kids out there.
Yeah.
I can do that today.
Yeah. Yeah.
After we leave, hey, 4 of you meet me. You can do that. That's within the rules.
After school.
Yes.
Not
during.
On your own time. Yeah.
Well, they've changed some rules to now that you can do stuff during school. I don't know. They just keep changing stuff.
There's no and we'll let Birge tell he's got some info there. There's no consistency. There's nothing. There's no. And they wonder why when Saban begged and pleaded for them, don't do this NIL stuff. Don't do it. But then you got fans of other schools saying, well, that's why he retired because he wasn't ready for the NIL. I know that's why he had the number one recruiting class 2 out of 3 years during the NIL and transfer portal, but he retired because of the portal. No, that's not true. Well, because he was at the top of his game, won it, and went to the playoffs and went again. So that's not the reason that he left. It's the reason he left is because of stuff like this. There's no guideline. This just the Wild West. We got mercenaries out here, hired guns. It's the good, the bad, and the ugly with Clint Eastwood at the end of the movie with a metal sheet under his sombrero, his jacket. You know what I'm saying? We're just playing a game, and it's not right. It's a joke. And when you read this kind of stuff, everybody's going, probation. But it's not for dudes to run in a track game against girls and win. Yeah. And swim with them. And the girl that goes to the Supreme Court, you know, all that had to go down. The girl. Bro,
well,
get out of here.
The thing that kills me about it is they're hammering him now. He's gone.
Why didn't they pull
Harbaugh's gone?
Yeah. Why didn't they do this during their playoff and pull that title from them? Because they're sick of the SEC and they finally got somebody else in there that can probably win it.
Do you think he really cares?
No.
He just won a championship.
I seen this podcast yesterday. You know where he's at yesterday or day before?
Where?
In San Diego at the RV park out there on the beach barefooted. He don't give 2 rips about what's going on in Michigan.
Did you find anything?
I couldn't find anything.
It was very vague.
Yeah,
I read 3 articles and they were all vague.
Hang on, what?
I just love this line here that I come across.
Okay.
It said the violations were labeled as level 2 violations, which are defined as actions deemed more than minimal but less than substantial.
See,
you're killing me.
That's lawyer talk. That's lawyer talk. That is garbage. NCAA, you're trash. Hashtag NCAA. They're going to pick it out of the video right now. I don't care. It's trash. You ought to be ashamed of yourself. You ought to put yourself on probation. It's terrible.
Well, I know we don't want to get off into this, but why are they trying to expand the playoff?
Money.
Same reason we have a 7-game series in the first round of the NBA.
So you can sell. Listen, Dean. We talked. Remember when we got into wrestling? I get to breaking into wrestling a little bit, and I know most people watching. Some people like wrestling, but I'm just talking about as an entertainment purpose. For an example. They're selling ads. And when you can sell a business, the WWE sells to Netflix for $7 billion.
Right.
The Rock made $9 million in stock options just for being WrestleMania for that month. $9 million. And he got back all the rights to all his name, the People's Champ, The Rock, Rocky. So why are they playing more games? It's more ads.
Well, it's got to stop at some point.
Well, Birge, tell us about since we're on this kick here, I done got fired up here. This NCAA is talking about the new rules to college football. Now, the headset rule, I can dig it. But what do y'all think about this 2-minute clock? You know,
I don't like the 2-minute rule at all. I don't mind the headset.
What was the other one?
That was only 2 I knew about.
There was one more that talked about later down in the. Okay.
Do you like the 2-minute rule, Benton?
He's having lag problem.
No. Okay, I thought he was staring the same way for a long time.
That's just dumb. The 2-minute rule.
I can't. Games are long enough anyway.
Yeah, they're going to just get a few more advertisements in.
I don't understand it. I don't like it. Do you mind? I don't mind the helmet communication thing.
No, I think we were going that way. It's just the way of the future with the helmet communication. And
I don't think you should every player should
really get in. I mean, you're telling them to play, and then you might say, "Hey, watch out for that safety." If he does, you ain't got 10 minutes to tell him what to do.
No, it cuts off. It cuts off when there's 30 seconds on the play clock.
Okay, that's good.
Or 25.
So they do have some rules about where the guys say that safety's biting up, you throw over his head.
Well, you're just going to call in a play.
Yeah.
22 waggle, 66 Z-stripe, jet on 2. Okay. Hey, and also that last time that safety did play tight on that left side, so just watch that corner.
Cut off.
Then it cuts off. You get 15 seconds.
Yeah.
Well, a tough job for somebody. I guess the
In-house
OC.
communications.
You
your
think it'd
2-minute
be the
post.
offensive coordinator?
Oh,
I would think.
here's the other one. Tablets for the sidelines. Okay. They've used to let – this is what the pros only get pictures. You know how the guys – the quarterback sit down on the sideline?
Mm-hmm. I see them looking at stuff all the time.
Okay, they're looking at the iPad. They're looking at a snippet shot of the play before, and they're saying, okay, right here, when you threw this pick, you see, well, this guy played down or this guy played over, or they disguise the defense, et cetera, et cetera. College now, they're going to let them do like what I was told Hoover's been doing at practice, which you can do at practice for years. Big schools, probably Central Phoenix does it. I'm sure Auburn High School does it.
Yeah.
I'm sure Gulf Shores does this. Thompson, Clay Chalk will probably, a lot of the big schools, and all the Georgia schools, Buford, Grayson, I'm sure they do. Well, then they're going to have iPads out here on the field during the game. I think you can have 7. So there's going to be media coordinator people on the sideline recording from all up down the sideline, recording the plays, and a coordinator to choreograph this, to put all this together, to get down from your OC coach up, your OC coach or D coach upstairs, or maybe vice versa. And it's just going to be more information for the coaches to break down how teams are playing you.
Right. So you just, it's going to get to the point to where you're not going to have no excuse for anything.
No.
No, a coach is not.
No. He's
not going to have, well, we had trouble with that. Why? They told you 9 plays before that it was coming. You know, it might not be a good thing for coaches, but I don't mind that. I don't think it's a bad thing. Well, I do not like the 2-minute warning, though.
Now, what do you think about the
Chattooga has
2-minute? They have what?
They have the little tablets that show the replay and all that.
Oh, Chattooga.
Yeah.
I don't have a problem with that. I mean, you can always learn during the game, but what does a 2-minute warning do? I mean, my gosh.
Well, a 2-minute
it's just an extra timeout.
Advertisement time.
No, now they said there wasn't going to be. That's not going to be a time for advertisement. I thought that too. It's not.
It's going to be time for that team to beat you.
Right. The point of the 2-minute rule is to get the other team to prepare to defend a team that's trying to come back. So you're adding excitement to the game.
So they already come back all the time now.
Well, now you're going to give a chance for the defense to get a play together to maybe stop them from coming back.
So they're saying it's going to aid the defense.
It could.
What do y'all think? I would think it would aid the offense. Well, I may be wrong.
It could do both. I mean, all right, look, I think it's going to aid the defense because.
But if it's aid the defense, I'm okay with it.
Here's why I think it does. Because, look, the offense they're already running and gunning now anyway. They have no huddle. We've been running no huddle for 15 years. Right. Oregon started all that mess. Now, a 2-minute warning, you're not going to be able to leave that personnel out there on the field when you get hung up in a 4-3 stack because it was 2nd and 2 and you put your big guys out there, then they get the first down. Well, guess what happens? On 1st and 10, they go hurry, and then they go 1st down, 2nd down. You still got your 4-3 stack defense, and you can't get the fatties off the field to get in these guys. That's why
that's a good point.
Football changed. And when football changed from Hightower to Mosley, that's why it changed, because Auburn or Oregon or whoever's running these plays so fast, the other team could not get their heavy package, their nose tackles off the field and get in some more athletic guys. So the whole point of this whole college football changing period is because of that. So you have to recruit kids that can play. They're kind of good at both. They can kind of run a little bit, but they're strong enough to play up front, like a Jonathan Allen, which only comes by every once in a while, or the Davis kid like played at Georgia. Those guys they're rare kind of breeds. They can run and play on a fast, but they can also stop a big play. Now, you get a 2-minute warning, boom, clock stops, the defense and go, all right, get in that other package. It gives you a chance to get your –
well, now you know what? If it'll help the defense, I'm all for it.
It should. I don't know. I mean, it gives you a chance to get out of a bad position.
It gives you a chance to gather yourself a little bit.
Get out of a bad play.
That's what I was going to say. Just get yourself together.
I mean, if that ends up doing that, then I'll be all for it.
All of this stuff is is big change, and Dean don't like change. He likes normal, same stuff, and that's okay. Everybody's different. But what this is doing, like we was watching Crane before we come in here.
Yeah.
Whether you don't like it or whether if I did like it, you know what?
It's going to happen.
It's going to happen. But you know what? Like he said, you know what? We're still going to watch.
Oh, yeah. I'm not going to quit watching over a 2-minute warning.
And the games are going to be better. We're talking about a 12-team playoff. We're going to lock up some of the better teams in the country to play a playoff game. That's going to be cool.
Yeah.
Now, what's not going to be cool is when you get a TCU Georgia kind of matchup.
Oh, me and Matt were talking, Benton. We were like, what are your Saturday lineup going to be like?
Yeah.
I mean, it's going to be like, okay, we got Clemson, Georgia, Michigan, Alabama, Auburn, USC. I mean, it's going to be ridiculous. It's going to be, you can't,
great.
A lot of us guys are going to go nowhere on Saturdays.
I don't anyway.
But I mean, we're never, hey, you got a wedding? No,
See,
we're not getting married that Saturday.
This is the difference, Birge. This is the problem with Dean on that. Because he's a roamer during the games. He don't stay anywhere and watch a full game.
So I go to like 14 different places.
He'll go here and he may go by over at Cladis's. Then he may run all the way up Somerville and go up to Brent's or somebody's, or may go by Manny's over Cedar Bluff. So he's in 4 places.
Yeah, it wears me out.
But if there's just one game or 2, he's good. But now, week 1.
What am I going to do now? There's 11 good games on.
You're going to miss some games.
I always come by Matt, so he can vouch for that. I always at least come by and watch some.
He'll watch a half here, and then he's going to watch this. He misses the third quarter to go to
Sexton's.
Leesburg or go to Hawks Bluff. So now you're going to miss a game because you're going to be hung between a game between here and Leesburg. Or
I'm going to have
Georgia.
to find a place to sit. I've gotten a little better about it. I've got to where I'm just coming here and just hanging.
Most time. Well, gas is high.
Yeah. Man, you just can't run all over the place.
Right.
And I've noticed this, Benton. A lot of people don't watch anymore.
Well, their teams are not winning. If they're Auburn fans or
We got one buddy that's
Nebraska
just,
fan.
he don't watch. Now, I think he'll start watching this year.
I would if I see him.
But you go up there on a Saturday at 3:30 and the game's not even on.
Well, she's watching Auburn.
She is.
Maybe.
Yeah. Maybe.
Yeah.
But,
so those are some of the rules. The new iPads are going to have up to 8 iPads on sideline, 2-minute warning, and it's not going to be for commercial. That's going to run. They're going to have this 2-minute warning, and it's just cameras are going to stay on field. It's not
going to be a real long 2-minute warning.
No, you're going to have like a timeout. You go to the sideline, get your plays, get your shot of water.
Probably 30 seconds or a minute.
Probably a minute, yeah.
Yeah, I would say a minute would probably be that most.
Well, if they don't do it like the pros do, it may be okay.
But it's turned into pro football.
Yeah.
It's little by little, and we don't see it because we're on top of it every weekend. We watch it, we cover it, we talk about it every Sunday. And we're going to look back in 2 years. Just wait. You think things are weird now? Just wait. Just wait till 26. Wait till they go. They're going
when
to 16.
Every player has a headphone in his helmet.
Well, now they're going to 16 teams. Did you already see that, Birge?
Yeah, I think after this 2 years is up, when they redo everything, it's going to be a little bit different.
We're definitely going to 16. And I already told you last week, Florida State and Clemson are coming out of the ACC. They're going to pay a penalty and pay money that they're going to make at the SEC. They're going to take a deduction. Say Georgia makes $10 million a year SEC. Clemson's going to make $8 million, and they're going to send the other 2 to the ACC to pay a penalty every year. They're coming out. So that what we've seen before, go to Crane and Company, go over there, subscribe to their channel, watch them. I love watching their show. They do great. Them and Josh Pate, that's where you get your college news.
Yeah, they're good.
That's where you get your news at. Crane and Company is a little more like us. We cut up a little bit more. Pate's just going to give you the news.
No, yeah, Pate just straight business.
He's interviewed he's been around about everywhere. He's been to Missouri, been to Georgia, been to Alabama.
Which if we could see what he was making, we'd probably understand why he works so
Lots
hard.
of money. It's a 7-figure deal with their sponsors. But they were talking about that super conference, and y'all can look it up. Go to Crane and Company. They do a 15-minute spiel on it, and it was five different areas or 6. It was like
7
different areas.
7.
That's it's like Alabama was in the conference with Georgia, Vanderbilt, Auburn,
Georgia Tech,
got them back in there. And then like on the other side, like the Midwest, is like Ohio State and Missouri and
Wisconsin, maybe now Michigan. One of them was
BYU and
not very difficult.
Yeah.
But most of them, it was weird. It was different. But I would like Alabama and Georgia's shot with the one they were in. Now, LSU and Tennessee were in there, and Auburn's in there.
Yep.
But I don't know. It was just weird, and it was actually spread out, and there wasn't anybody just way, way ahead of anybody. Did you think? It's one of the divisions was just way.
The Southeast is. I mean, you got any of those teams are going to be ranked top 5.
Yeah.
Tennessee, LSU, Georgia, Bama. Those 4 could be 1, 2, 3, 4 nearly, or at least in the top 5.
Well, you had the West, Southeast, Southwest, South, Plains. Yeah. One of them was the Plains.
Yeah. Now this is that's what's going to happen eventually. But I've said it before. I ain't going to get off on that. Kids don't want to be. Y'all don't want to be contract workers because when you go to the hotel and the school's not paying for your meal and you don't get free sweatpants no more, you're going to pay for it, Birge.
Oh yeah,
the players are going to have to pay.
Be like the golf, PGA.
What else y'all got? We got NBA finals playing right now.
Yeah, let me quickly go over this right quick.
We got some NBA stuff. Birge, is your camera dead or what happened?
No, I'm here.
No, we just can't see you.
Okay, he's got it off. Okay.
Hey, it froze on you a while ago, and I'm sitting here going, "How's he sitting there like that for so long?"
He's the Birge.
I'm not.
And then
I can see myself. Can you not see me?
No, But on the backstage and all is too. Go ahead, Dean.
All right, quickly. Nuggets beat the Lakers. They are up 1-0. That is the 2 versus the 7. Thunder and Pelicans are playing right now. Wolves and Suns, that's the 3 and 6. They beat the Suns by 30.
Wow.
Clips beat the Mavs today. That's the 4 and 5 in the West. Celtics beat the Heat by 15. That's the 1 and the 8. The Knicks beat the Sixers. Joel Embiid threw the ball off the backboard and grabbed it and dunked it yesterday with people guarding him. But they did get beat.
He did get a little nicked up, but he's not out.
Yeah, it hurt him. Bucks and Pacers play tonight, and the Cavs beat the Magic. That's the 4 and the 5. All right, just quickly, let's do this. Y'all think the Nuggets will get past the Lakers?
Absolutely.
All 3 of you?
Yeah.
All 3 of us. Okay. All right, what about the Thunder and the Pelicans? Now, that's a 1 versus an 8. Is there any chance the 8 comes on?
I don't think so.
Okay.
I wouldn't think so.
Wolves and Suns?
I'm a Suns guy. I liked how they've been playing.
What do you think, Benton? You think the Suns upset the Wolves?
He's trying to get on.
I don't know.
They beat them pretty bad, but it was in Minnesota.
But I am a Georgia guy at heart, so I like to cheer for
Anthony Edwards. All right, let's say Matt goes with I'll go with the Suns on that. Benton's going with the Wolves, Clips, and Mavs. I'm going to go with the Clips.
Yeah.
All right, Celtics definitely. Knicks and Sixers. The Sixers come back and beat the Knicks.
I don't know. That's going to be a tough one.
Okay.
Yeah,
Give me the Knicks in that one.
All right, Knicks.
We're starting to go GoFundMe for Dean's glasses. He goes by Dollar Tree, and
they broke.
Jeff said he needs some new glasses.
Bucks and Pacers. I'm going with the Pacers. I just don't think the Bucks are playing very good.
They got some more problems.
They fired their coach. That was their main problem.
Yeah, they got some other problems.
You going Bucks or Pacers, Benton?
Pacers. Who y'all like?
That's the 3 and the 6.
Yeah,
I think the Pacers are going to upset them. You take the Bucks.
I'll take the Bucks.
All right, Cavs and Magic. I don't know really.
I hadn't seen them play enough to.
All right. So what that'll leave is the Thunder playing the Clippers. I believe the Clippers. Benton, I think the Clippers are going to the Western Finals.
That'd be great. I would love to see that. I've been hoping to see a championship since Doc Rivers was there, but
I think they beat the Mavs and the Thunder, and I think they go and play the Nuggets again. I think the Celtics will get rid of the Cavs next, and I think it'll be them and the Knicks. I guess Stephen A's happy, and the Knicks are back. But I think Denver and Boston's going to play again. Now, Boston might get them this time.
Man, I hope so. You can see what I got, man. I'm trying to.
I just don't see any way around them two not meeting up again. But I do think your Clippers will make the Western Conference Finals.
That'd be great. I'd love to see that.
Yeah, I'm ready to say them. Yeah, he's ready to go.
Oh, is he? Okay.
He's got to go out probably. Yeah, I'm excited to see how the Celtics finish this up. They've been playing so great this year.
Except when they play the Hawks.
I just hate to see them just get unfocused right now.
They're very talented, very good. I think everybody wouldn't mind seeing them win one because Tatum and Brown have been together for so long.
Yeah.
And, we saw them come up as kids. And, but yeah, Brenton, I wouldn't mind seeing the Clippers do well. I like Paul George. I'm not a huge James Harden fan, but he's good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they give Russell Westbrook too much trouble. I mean,
well, he brings a lot of that on himself too.
Does he? Well, and Laker fans, I appreciate you. I know you love LeBron, but they're done. They're not going to beat the Nuggets.
No, LeBron's not it's just not.
They're not going to win that series. And they've got a good team, and they've done as well as they can.
Yep.
So get off his back.
Yeah. He's had a good career, and if he plays another year or two, that'll be fine.
All right, one more question before we get off here. What do y'all think about his son going pro?
No, it's a terrible idea. He's not good.
5 points a game.
He hadn't even been a good college player yet.
No, but okay. I'm taking up for him. Is any of this his fault? He's got a lot of pressure on him.
Oh, you're LeBron's son.
He's had some health issues, is he not?
Yes.
Michael Jordan's son.
Yes, he's had some health issues. He just passed out.
Well,
they thought it was a heart issue.
That was from the poke.
The what?
The poke.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
When you live in California, I mean, yeah, I'm not going to get on that because I can do a whole show.
I just think the young man would probably have done better in college. And
it's happened to a lot of other kids that don't get the news coverage from it. It's because of who his dad is. And I'm surprised they let it get out.
Yeah. He just passed out in practice. Didn't play for 2 or 3 games. And really didn't have as good a year as they had expected.
No, he's just not that good. His little brother is now. He's a baller.
What about
Birge?
I've heard that he's better. I've heard that he's better.
He is. He's taller, way taller, very athletic. Wears glasses. Bro, he can get down.
Yeah.
Now, that boy can play.
What'd you hear, Benton?
I was just going to ask if y'all had anything. Y'all, in Alabama, do y'all do spring games or do they do like spring scrimmages?
They've really gone away from
it. They're kind of doing more of the Georgia model. They're kind of getting away from it. Kind of worried, especially around here because we have a lot of small 1 or 2A schools mostly, and they're just too worried about injuries. It's just too big a risk.
I don't think we have a team in the county doing
Cherokee County will play North Jackson first. They're going to have
spring.
Like 7-on-7 summer stuff. You'll have some teams you invite over. I think Cherokee County's going to have Sylvania come over, I think, and just do, like passing camp. And then linemen will go over there with each other and work with, but all schools do that.
And Tuga will start their spring a week from Thursday, Benton. In the middle school, we're doing it this week. But the actual varsity starts a week from Thursday.
Yeah, what about Trent Richardson going to 5A Region 5 Ramsey?
Yeah.
Running back coach. Did you see
How do you argue with your running back coach when he's Trent Richardson? He don't know nothing.
Wow. What they fired 8 guys. And they played in the state. They lost to Gulf Shores. Listen,
why did they fire 8 guys?
Listen, Ramsey, if y'all don't, man, look, they're in the region with Pleasant Grove, which is fire.
Mm-hmm.
They beat Leeds. They beat Moody. They beat these teams pretty well to get to the state game, right?
Yeah.
And then to play Gulf Shores, which is freaking loaded. Which got
Ronnie Royal. Yeah.
Great players. They got like 4 5-star plus players. So that's big news in the state of Alabama for high school.
And they fired everybody.
8 coaches gone.
Must have been something underhanded or something.
They went to state.
Well, surely they couldn't have fired them because they lost the state. They've won it before.
They're always a tough team. What's good in Georgia high school? Anything crazy happened over there?
Oh yeah, man. We got a bunch of spring scrimmages. They'll start May the 10th. Christian Heritage at North Murray, Dade County be at Plainview, Alabama on May the 10th. If y'all want to check
Dade
that
had
out.
a good year last year.
Yeah.
Dade ended up having a good year.
They had a good tailback. We played them. The game Marcus made an interception at.
Yeah,
yes.
2 or 3 years ago. Yeah, they were good that year. But now they've come on and won some games. They just play such a tougher schedule.
He said that was
than they are.
One of the hardest running backs he had hit. He said, I met him in the hole. He said, we met up.
Tough guy.
Yeah, he was a Luke Welch type. Big, strong guy.
Dade has lost a good bit, but we'll see what they do. I don't know much about Plainview, so.
I know Hurd over here at Hurd now. County Coast is going to play them.
Hurd County is. Yeah. Coosa Christian is.
Yeah, they're playing. Who's the team that played?
You talking about Pierce?
Pierce County.
Pierce County. Yeah, that's going. Nah, I ain't gonna say nothing. I love Mark.
He's just trying to play a tough schedule.
Yeah, well, he's fixing to. Yeah, they won the state championship over Rockmart. They put 48 on Rockmart.
Yeah, but so those are some interesting stuff going on here. We've really just kind of got away from Jamboree.
Yeah,
I need to get a hold of Coach Heath and Coach Ray. I need to see more Sandrock, Spring Garden. I need to talk to them a little more and see where they're at. What they're gonna have coming on here because the baseball being over. It's just time.
I don't know if anybody's doing anything. We don't know about Spring Garden, Sandrock. They may.
Mm-hmm.
I know Coach Howard did not usually, but Spring Garden was going deep into the playoffs in baseball there for a couple of years. So that's why they did.
Yeah, Weston and all them.
He may be doing a spring football.
Yeah, I need to, because it's settling down now. We'll get toward the end of school and we got to get our football pants on because media day will be in June. This is April. This is the end of April. Okay. My birthday's the 30th and we want to have a big blowout show. We need to have subscribers, guys. We got 60 people watching right now. If you hit the subscribe right now, it don't cost any money. All you have to do is subscribe to the channel, and it just let you know when we go live. It don't cost anything. If we can hit 500 for my birthday, we can have a bunch of super thanks next week, and everybody can give me $1. 500 subscribers, just give me $1. Birds, is that too much to ask?
We go out and eat.
I'll take 50 cents from each subscriber for 500 of them.
Oh, gosh, yeah. That's $250.
Booyah. Guys, what a great show it's been. Birds, thank you for coming on and hanging out with us. It's getting that time of year, so don't forget to keep you Big Matt and Diamond Dean file always ready, Birds, because we may just have you may have to plug the laptop up there in a jet or something and just go live.
Just come on.
Live from the plane.
We got a lot of field reporters.
We're going to be bringing you lots and lots.
Right now, still working on the.
He's in the limo right now, guys. That's why it's a black screen. He's in the limo.
I mean, I can see myself. I don't know why you can't see me. I don't get it. Anyway.
I know we can't, but it froze a while ago. I know you heard me say that, and I'm like, why is he not blinking or anything?
See, that's weird.
And Matt had to tell me he's froze up.
Yeah, I'll get it figured out.
Oh yeah, we'll get
well, we can hear you. That's good enough.
Yeah, guys, y'all subscribe to the channel. Come back next week. We're on all the time. Okay, this is not just just during this certain time of the year, or it's fixing to start getting good because we're fixing to really start getting into schedules and stuff. I say that every week. Well, now it's getting that time. We've covered most of the spring games for all the more important teams. Probably we need to start looking at schedules. We want to see who's lining up, who's going to be favored. What does their schedule look like? What does their roster look like? Birds, you got to come back on and we're going to go through all this. And we talked to Cody Amos. I talked to him a little bit. Might get him come on and get him to grab a team and let him break down a team. And me and you'll do a team. And we'll just have a big board here and we'll just break down my team. We'll just talk football and it's going to be great. And
I enjoy doing that.
Chicken wings and ranch dressing and bro, we'll just break it down.
Now, I'll be honest with you. When you dig into every one of them, it's not a lot of fun. But like last year, I picked Missouri to do terrible. And they were fantastic.
They're going to be good this year.
But we were right on a lot. I mean,
good this year.
We're not ignorant of it.
No, it's not hard. You just pay attention.
No. Now, we've had a guy one time, and I'm not going to say his name. He's like, how do you know all this crap? Do y'all just make it up? He's like,
no, it's pretty easy.
We read.
Yeah.
It's not real hard.
No, we've been doing it a long time. And some of it's just watching the game, too, is knowing the game And after doing it this long, we're going on 5 years. You get a pretty good guess. I mean, like the bracket, my bracket was, and I don't even follow college basketball that well, but I usually pick pretty good on brackets. You just pay attention to this and that and how teams play and how matchups are. So football coming this year, I'm not saying Ohio State's going to win it or Georgia.
But I mean, it don't take a rocket scientist to figure out.
You can tell. Look how they're playing. Look how they're working. Look at the players they got. Look at their coaching roster. They're like Clemson. They're getting down the road right now.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody is liking them at all. Nobody's liking Clemson at all. But don't be surprised neither if Miami's not really good.
Mm-hmm.
And we're going to get on Virginia Tech too.
Yeah, I hear they're supposed to be back a little bit.
Have you heard about that Birge, the VTech?
Yeah. I believe it.
A little better than they have been.
What do you think about them? Have you heard anything or?
No, I haven't heard a whole lot about them. I'll be excited when they line up the 12-team playoff. We can make picks on that.
Yeah,
heard Nebraska's supposed to be better.
Yeah. Now
improve.
It's going to be interesting, guys.
Oh, you heard that about Nebraska too?
Yeah, I heard that they will be improved.
Yes. I mean, I'm not saying they're going to be in the top 5.
Yeah,
Nebraska champions.
But Rule's a good coach, and I just named a lot of good coaches at Clemson. Matt Luke and them, he's got a good.
They'll be all right.
I'm not picking Clemson to even win their conference, but if they can get Klubnik together, and if Georgia beats them 35 to 24, that's not a terrible loss.
No, not at all. And Klubnik may have a breakout. They
got to get the offensive line right.
Yeah.
Coach Luke's got to get them right. So spring football's over, and we're ready to get off here and go get ready for tomorrow, guys. Big Mac weather forecast. Carry a jacket with you in the morning. It's going to be nice, springy kind of day.
But not in the morning.
It's going to be some rainy stuff still, probably a little bit, and then the next morning too. So first 2 days this week, keep a jacket with you in the morning. You'll probably get out of it by lunchtime. Birds, what else you got from Northwest Georgia Scoreboard Show? Hit Google, find it.
Yeah, check us out on there. Lawrence has been going through all of our area schools. I think we're up to over 50-something area schools now. We've included a couple more that we've added. He's going through and doing the top 3 players from each school, and we also have our
top 3.
Yeah, and
I like
all
that.
the current rosters. Yeah, check it out. Northwest Georgia Football on Twitter. He's always active, and northwestgeorgiafootball.com. Also, looking for this season's advertisement too. If anybody would like to advertise with us.
Yeah,
I appreciate y'all.
Yes, sir. We always enjoy you.
Yeah, you're always welcome. When he gets, he's had to go get back on the private plane, guys. Bird's got stuff to do. He can't mess around with old.
All right, Ben, quit playing around. We got 2-year, $1 million deal for you.
Sign him up.
Come on over.
Locker Room Sports is bringing him in.
I wish we could offer that. That means we'd be set.
Oh, I know. Wouldn't that be great? We'd take Birds with us.
Yeah, definitely.
He's got to get out of these planes. I mean, he's making pretty good right now. I don't know if he's in a limo or the plane right now, but we appreciate you, Birds. Y'all go find him on Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, and give him a follow and give us a subscribe here while you hanging out. I know because he'll share this over on his page, Northwest Georgia Scoreboard Show. Guys, we appreciate you. We're going to talk college football all summer long, and it's a good, clean show. We like to have a good time, and we're on Sunday nights at 7 o'clock Eastern every Sunday night. Come by and hang out. Hit the chat button over here, and just come by and shoot the breeze with us. Bring up topics. We'll talk about just about any kind of sports stuff, anything going on. So come by and hang out with us. Subscribe to the channel. Help us hit 500. We'd appreciate it.
Well, one last thing, Coach Bowman, Spring Garden.
Oh, I've seen that. Yeah,
hole in one today.
Nice. Yeah,
not many people get hole in ones. Congrats to him.
Yeah,
that's I saw that.
One of the coach young guys out at Spring Garden.
And I don't even know that. I mean, I'm not saying he doesn't, but I don't even know if he plays regularly. He may, but I don't think he plays all the time.
I don't know.
Hole in one. That's all.
We appreciate it.
Yes, sir.
We're going to get off here. Birds, we appreciate you. He's already gone.
He's gone.
His microphone.
Okay, see you, Bird.
See you, Bird. All right, guys, y'all have a good week. Keep your heads clear and your hearts full of God. And next Sunday, 6:00 Central Time, right here on the best darn sports show going today. Just trying to hit 500. It's not real hard, and it seems like we'd be able to do it.
Where you at right now?
I mean, we're like 450.
Come on now.
Sports Talk.